what's up, everybody? It's Paul from Slipknot. You know, it's going great, but this is only second show. So, I mean, as far as this tour, you know, last night we played in Quebec City. It was off the hook. You know, being tonight in Montreal, I'm stoked. You know, I'm a huge hockey fan. I actually got the building here actually got me a Canadiens jersey with my name and number 16, who was Guy Lafleur, right? Yeah, Guy Lafleur. You know, I was actually born in L.A., so number 16 for me was Marcel Dion, who is like my all-time favorite. Like I said, I've always been a Kings fan, you know, so like, you know, the one year that the Kings almost get to the Stanley Cup Finals, Toronto knocked them out. You know, every time there's like some kind of weird importance for the Kings getting into the playoffs or whatever, it's either Toronto or Montreal knocking them out and, you know, them going home early for the summer. So, you know, I have a little animosity, but you know what? I'm just glad to be here. You know, and I love playing Montreal too. By the way, it's amazing. You know what? It didn't when I first when I first got the mask. I got it because it was like $1.75. You know, it was really cheap. You know, and it was like a pig mask. But it's not, you know, and then by the second album, it kind of evolved into, it looked like just maybe an expressionless, like the old like 70s goalie mask, but I didn't want it to look like Jason or anything like that. So it's kind of, and it still, so they kind of kept kind of like a pig nose on it. And I guess now it's more morphed into that with a little Hannibal Lecter-ish-y kind of thing. But you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, you know what? The hockey thing, I've you know said, yeah, it kind of looks like one. You know, so does Mix. Mix kind of looks like a weird version of one too. But you know, yeah, there's no direct thing to it. But yeah, I guess subconsciously it might. You know. Oh yes.
Do you enjoy doing videos with that?
I hate it. It's the worst, man. It's the longest. Like days, like, oh my God. It's like, it's way harder than playing a show because you're playing that same song over and over and over again, you know, and you're not playing it live. So, I mean, you're plugged into gear, you know, and so you can hear yourself barely, but they have a playback thing. So you have to play back to your album, right? So it's just weird. Like all of a sudden, like, you know, it's months later after we recorded, or a year or so out later after we recorded, all of a sudden I'll like, you know, be playing the video, like doing for the video, and I'll notice like something I did on the album, like something on the bass. I'm like, whoa, I forgot what that was, you know, and then I gotta try to go back and figure it out, or just not play it at all and hope nobody knows it, you know what I mean? But you know, so, but no, and it's just long and tedious and whatever, but you know what, it's a necessity. And you know, I mean, I think we put out pretty cool videos, so I'm happy with them. You know, it's just, yeah, it sucks doing them. You know what? Out of all the ones we've done, I would say like 3. I would say the Vermilion video and Vermilion Part 2. Vermilion Part 2, we're not in it at all. You know, it's just a girl. But the way it was done, I thought was amazing. I thought it was really beautiful, nicely done. I mean, it was awesome. It went with the song. MTV wouldn't take it because there was blood and she looked like she was dead, and like they found her in a field or something. And they said, "Oh, it looks like somebody killed this girl or whatever." But it wasn't supposed to be like that. Vermilion 1, you know, I love the fact that, you know, everything's all hectic around her and she's just in slow, you know, like walking, I guess normal, you know, but she can't touch anybody or anything because everybody's like, you know, moving 1,000 miles an hour around her, you know. And then the other one was Duality, man. Duality was really fun because of the being packed in that little tiny house. I mean, we just called out for fans to show up, and I mean, so many people showed up we had to, like, you know, we tried to get them in there, and we'd get people, we'd bring different people in the shots and stuff to try to incorporate everybody there. Cause I mean, the place was like, you know, not much bigger than like, say, maybe 3 of these rooms, you know what I mean? Like, and we're in there, and the ceiling is lower than this, you know, so like Sid would like jump on top of the crowd and be crawling and kicking through the ceiling. People were jumping through the ceiling, like just jumping up and down until they fell through. And it was funny because we actually borrowed that house from somebody in West Des Moines, and they were like, oh yeah, no, go ahead and you can use it for the video and everything. And when we got done and left, they're like, you know, started to sue us. So like, you got to pay for it. You're gonna buy this house. So we ended up having to buy that cheap house, but it was, you know, it was definitely worth it. On the bus, there's a lot of sitting around watching TV. You know, I mean, depends on what bus you're on. You know, some buses, we got a few buses, so it's like some people are drinking their ass off and they're, you know, waking up hungover. Some people are in bed as soon as the show is over. Some people are like me. I sleep horribly, so I'm usually up until daylight and watching TV, and then try to go to bed, and then we're usually somewhere where I have to get up again. So, you know what? We've always had an amazing time in Canada. You know, it's been one of the coolest places to play. You know, like I said to you earlier, I'm a hockey fan, so like, you know, it's like I know your guys' own you know, national anthem. You know, I can sing it. So, you know, you know, and it's just, you guys have always supported us, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because, like, you know, without you guys, there would be no Slipknot. We wouldn't be able to do this, and so yeah, bow down to you guys. Thank you.